going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be a Q&A, first Q&A back from the World Championships, and I'm looking to start getting back into some more Q&As, informative style videos, you know, things that can actually help you, which I didn't really do up to the Worlds because I was wanting to kind of obviously put on my training footage because that was what's going on, and this is what I want to do. Quickly before we get into the video, I'd like to just kind of say, I hadn't said it on YouTube yet, but post World Championships, because I've been able to kind of free up a little bit of time and whatnot since the World Championships, I have been looking to take on 5 clients. Since then, five people to work with. I've currently filled 2 of those spaces, so I'm looking to publicly say it now. I'm looking to fill about 3 spaces. So if you're interested in working with me, or have any questions, just drop me an email. My email is the first link in the description below. Just drop me an email. You don't need to be a competitive powerlifter. Quite frankly, only about 50% of the people I actually work with online are competitive powerlifters. The other 50% are just people that want to get fitter, healthier, a little bit stronger, enjoy the gym, you know, very, very kind of classic goals. So if you're interested or have any kind of queries, just drop me a thing below. I will only be taking on 3, as I don't want to take on any more than 5, as quite frankly, my time with each individual is extremely important, and taking on more than 5 on top of what I already work with would take away some of that time. So if you're interested, then drop me an email below. So yeah, so on to the video. Again, the Q&A basically works. If you've got any questions, please drop them below in the comment section, as I always go to my last Q&A and look at the comment section. That's where I pull the questions from. So I need some questions for next week, so please drop them below. It can be anything, it can be lifting related, life related, it could be anything, you know. Doesn't just need to be about powerlifting. So anyway, let's get into it. How long to go from a 185 kilogram deadlift to 220 kilogram deadlift? I'm 16, 75 kilos and planning on going to around 80 kilograms over the next 6 months. I actually answered this dude in the comment section. I really don't like that. I really don't like those kind of questions. I don't feel you can predict that. I just don't. I don't feel there's a way to predict how much weight you can gain in a cycle before starting the cycle. Can you make calculated things based off of previous training? Absolutely, but you can't predict. You could have an amazing cycle, a bad cycle, you could have injuries in that cycle, you could respond well to your training stimulus, respond badly, sleep could be great, sleep could be rubbish, work could be stressful, work could not be stressful, your wife could be playing ball for a month, your wife might not be playing ball for a month, your husband, you know, there's so many different things that can affect progress, and I really don't like to say that. What I would suggest is say, do the cycle and let the training do the talking, and let the training be the determining factor as to what you will be attempting at your next testing day or your competition. So yeah, I don't like those questions, and I really wouldn't like to predict it. Q&A, Brexit, yes or no? I personally was a no. I wanted to stay as part of the EU, but we have voted out. We're going to be part of the EU for 2 more years, and after 2 years, obviously, we'll now be just part of we won't be part of the EU. You know, I wanted to vote out, but I wanted to vote in to stay in the EU. But you know what? We're out. We need to collectively deal with it as a whole. We need to make the best of the situation we're in, and we need to just deal with it. That's a reality, and proceed forward. You know, I don't think it's as big a deal as what a lot of people think. Do you think the opposite type of deadlift, so if you're a sumo puller doing conventional, or if you're a conventional puller doing sumo, can be used for weak point training for your main deadlift? The short answer is yes, it could be used. The answer that I will give is I am not necessarily a big fan of that. I like to treat strength as a skill. Okay, so I like to treat strength as a skill, and the movements are a skill within themselves. So if you want to get better at driving a car, probably better spending more time driving a car. Now, if you drove a motorbike for a lot, would some road awareness and other things and road experience transfer over driving a car? Yes, but would you be more proficient quicker at driving the car if you spent more time driving the car? Yes, it's the same with those movements. If you spent a full 16-week training cycle just doing sumos, to then go and improve your conventional. Would it improve your conventional? Once you get back into, say, a full training cycle, your conventional, it might do, but would it not make more sense to just spend those 16 weeks that you would spend away from it, doing that movement, improving the skill within itself, improving the motor patterns, improving the movement patterns, becoming more efficient at it, right? Spending more training time doing it, and if you have some weaknesses, using some form of accessory work to kind of bring up those weaknesses. And quite frankly, on the deadlift, a lot of people's weaknesses is actually a lack of positioning, not a lack of weakness. So with me personally, me treating your strength as a skill, could you do it? Yes. Is it what I would like to do? No. I would rather do the skill more. You know, that's kind of me. That's kind of what I would do personally. That's what I would like to do with all my athletes. But you know, if you really enjoy doing both stances, and that's going to have you in the gym longer, you're able to be more consistent with the gym and adhere to the gym for longer doing both stances, and that's what you enjoy doing, well, do it. Go for it. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. How tall are you, Mark? I am 6'2". As an SBD athlete, will you be getting a new SBD belt for free, or will you pick it up for full price when released? Considering your prong belt has boosted a lot of use. I'm not actually an SBD athlete. Because I was part of Team Great Britain, SBD sponsored Great Britain. So I got stuff like, I got knee sleeves free, so I got given free knee sleeves, I got given free wrist wraps, I got given free socks, both short and long, free singlet, and a few free t-shirts. You know, I basically given what I wanted. I'm not an SBD athlete, I am merely just a part of Team Great Britain, which is sponsored by them. The belt was not given to us, no, the belt wasn't available then. Will I be picking up the belt? Yes. The belt is £165, UK pounds. Will I be picking up? Absolutely. I've got the money there for it. I'm looking to pick up the belt, and I'm also looking to pick up 1 metre flexible wrist wraps. I've currently got, you know, I've got quite a lot of SBD stuff. I've got 2 pairs of large knee sleeves. I've got 2 1 metre long wrist wraps. You know, I've got a lot of stuff. I'm looking to get 1 metre flexible wrist wraps for squats, as I feel that will allow me to get my wrists in a better position. And I'll be getting the belt for sure. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting the belt. My 30mm Inzer double prong belt is very special to me. You know, it's the belt that I won my first British Championships with. It's the belt I competed in my first European Championships, my first Worlds. You know, I mean, in both the Europeans and the Worlds, I took home five different medals. You know. I've hit all my big milestones with it. You know, I've squatted £700 in it, deadlifted £700 in it, I've benched £400 in it. You know, I've totaled over £1,800 in it. It's very special to me, and I'll always keep it. But I will be looking to get the SBD belt, as I feel it might be a little bit better. But we'll see. In relation to the height class, weight class thing, does that mean that even though Hancock was pretty damn impressive at 74 kilos at 5'9", do you think he'll be most competitive at 90 kilos or 100 kilos? Right, so basically what he means is that I, in the previous Q&A, said that weight classes are a height class in disguise, which I stand by. 2 seconds. And because Josh Hancock was quite tall, he was obviously kind of, probably his height is probably around the 93 kilo lifter. And yeah, you know, it's I mean, with how competitive the 93 kilo class is, and Jesse Norris obviously kind of not being banned anymore due to his stimulant, which was really unfortunate, you know. Do I think he'll be as competitive as and be a world champion at 93 kilos? I don't know, you know. I don't know, the sky's the limit for the dude. He's actually not competing right now, you know. He's got some back issues, but he'll be back. Yeah, at 90 kilos, he's probably going to be he will be a hell of a lot stronger than what he was at 74, you know, most definitely. If you were to do it all again, would you still get a two prong belt rather than a single prong or lever? Yeah, I would get a 2-prong belt, definitely. Can you recommend any deadlift cycles? Unfortunately not, no, not deadlift only cycles. Favourite food while bulking? I don't like that. I don't feel your food choices should change whether you're bulking or cutting. If you mean favourite foods when bulking to allow you to get more calories in, something like peanut butter and jam sandwiches or peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for people in America is a great way to get a lot of calories in pretty easily. Next question. The next question. Do you ever have days where you can't be arsed training? If yes, how do you overcome it? Absolutely, of course. Not every day is going to be a high motivation day. Motivation is like, you know, I don't even like the word motivation. You know, motivation isn't something you should look for. You know, motivation is like the seasons, you know. You can't have summer without winter. You can't have high motivation without low motivation. But I mean, if you're only going to get stuff done when you're motivated, you're going to get fuck all done. You know, you're not going to do anything, whether that be in powerlifting or in life, you know. I mean, I'm pretty sure at 1 o'clock in the morning when you turn over and awkwardly spoon your girlfriend or wife, you know, and start doing that kind of humping maneuver, you know, your wife might not be that motivated to do it, but you know, if she's pretty cool, you know, she probably will let you do it and eventually get into it, you know, and it might be the other way around as well. But you know, you shouldn't rely on motivation, you know, because it's not going to always be there. I don't even perceive myself, I don't actually think, am I motivated for the gym today or am I not motivated for the gym today? I simply, you know, with the way I have scheduled my business, that allows me to train at the time I want to train, which is around kind of 3 to half 3 start. So I just get ready, and at 3 o'clock to half 3 I go into the gym, and I do my warm-ups, and I do what's on the sheet. I write up on this wall here what I'm to do, and I tick it off as I do it, and it's done. I don't actually think I'm motivated or unmotivated. You know, there's definitely some days where I'm a little bit kind of like, you know, maybe not as keen to go into the gym, but you know, it's just a habit. I go in and I do it. It really doesn't bother me. You know, I mean, not every day is going to be a day where you're like at your competition and you're wanting to absolutely kill it, but you know, you just get stuff done, you know. So don't see it as only doing something when you're motivated. See it as creating a habit and you just go through the motions and you do it. Are you motivated to brush your teeth in the morning? Probably not. Does it still get done? Well, depends who you are, but if, yeah, it will sit going. Are you motivated to have showers? Probably not. But did they get done? Absolutely. You know, so it is what it is. Do you think Hack is natty? Well, he's never failed a drug test, so yeah. Thoughts on what style of training a rugby player should do? Not sure about what you mean by style of training. Okay, I think I know what you mean. You should lift weights and you should lift to get stronger. You should do strength training, you know. So a rugby player, you should want to do high bar squats, cleans, push presses, and chin ups should be the 4 main things that you do. Okay, so those should be the 4 things you do. You also want to do some form of rotational work, so you want to be working some rotational work, so doing something like a wood chopper would be very, very handy, and you also want to do stuff like planks and ab rollouts. You, honestly, depending on where you're in season or off season, when you're in off season, that's the time to get stronger. I would recommend jumping on a really, really good powerlifting program, designed for you by a powerlifting coach, because I feel that powerlifting coaches really understand progression, you know, they really understand progression protocols. So I would get a powerlifting coach to write you a cycle focused on getting a lot stronger with high bar squats, deadlifts, cleans, push presses, chin ups, some rotational work added in, you know, and you should really look to get a lot stronger. In season you should look to just kind of try and maintain that, because obviously on pitch performance is a priority. Next question. What is your opinion on breathing out in the concentric phase of squat and bench? On squats, don't do it. Keep your air in until you're at the top of the movement. At bench, have no problem with it. Next question. Do you think it's too early to get online coaching? You've been powerlifting for a year. If so, when's the best time to start? No, it's never too early to get coached by anyone, whether it be in person or online. A lot of times, if the longer you leave it, the more bad habits you create and the more difficult it is to proceed forward for both yourself and the coach you're working with. And that's it. So this is running on, this is coming up for 15 minutes. If you've made this point, then you're an absolute hero, and thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you watching. If you have comments, please drop them down below, and I look forward to speaking to all of you guys next time.